Having options will absolutely change your life. Hey, what's up YouTube? Thanks a lot for joining me. My name is Graylan Stewart. I am a virtual wholesaler, entrepreneur, and just a real estate investor. We focus on wholesaling real estate for the most part in my business, but we also do some fix and flip deals, some novation deals, and some buy and hold deals for long-term wealth. But today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how options can actually change your life. And how do you get options? That's kind of what the video is about. So obviously, this is highly a sales and marketing business, wholesaling real estate in general, okay? So wholesaling real estate is just an exit strategy, y'all. It's an exit strategy to the real estate game, okay? Now, whenever you buy a property or when you get a contract on a property, okay, now you can wholesale that property. You can keep that property for long-term wealth and do the BRRRR method or whatever you want to do. Keep it for long-term wealth and rent it out, okay? You can keep that property to Airbnb it. You can do a novation deal to where you sell that thing for retail as a wholesale. You can wholesale the property where you take it down and actually just put it back on the market and sell it right away. Or you can actually take the property down, fix and flip it, and make a big profit at the end, okay? You can also, when you have the property and you get under contract, you can sell that house on a rent-to-own, on a lease option, owner finance, whatever. So there's a lots of different strategies as far as exit strategies go, okay? But the bottom line is you have options, okay? Now, how can options actually change your life? Really, what gives you the most options is having money, okay? So when you have enough money, money can give you the options. So therefore, money can change your life. Now, is it the most important thing in life? Of course not. But unfortunately, it does take money to survive in this world, right? And money gives you options, gives you better options, okay? Now, money doesn't make you better or worse a person. It just makes you more of what you already are, if that makes sense, okay? So if you're a jerk right now when you're broke, when you get money, you're probably going to be a jerk then too, right? If you're a nice guy when you're broke, when you get money, you're most likely going to be a nice guy. So money just makes you more of what you already are, okay? Now, the point of this video is options, can help you and change your life, but really it's the money that the options, it's the money that gives you the options rather, okay? So just like in these exit strategies, a lot of times if you don't have money, your only option is to wholesale the property, right? Because let's face it, wholesaling is kind of the easiest way to get into real estate because you don't need money, you don't need credit, you don't need experience, you don't need a license, you don't need any of those things. You need a little bit of desire and hustle, consistency, and all those things. That's what you need, right? That's what you really need, work ethic and a willingness to succeed, okay? But when you start talking about some of these other exit strategies, you got to have money, right? So how do you get money? If you don't have money, you can get money, like private money. What is private money? Private money is when you just find a family friend or somebody that you know or heard of that's willing to loan you money for a return on that money, right? For example, right now, CDs and things like that people invest in aren't doing great. Or even your 401k, it's not guaranteed, or the stock market. But what is guaranteed, we can guarantee them a return on their money if they loan it to us, right? So if they have money in a CD, for example, and they're only making 3 or 4%, well, we can offer them 7 or 8% by giving us a loan that's secured by a discounted real estate transaction. So that's why they would give you the loan, because it's secured by discounted real estate, right? And it's the same thing with hard money. If you don't know what hard money is, it's basically a private lender, but they're not private. It could be just an institution or a person that you've heard of that loans money, but they're doing it really because they have a fund that they're really controlling, and they are loaning money out at a certain percentage and certain points often, but they have a spread on that from what they got the money at, okay? For example, they could have a fund to where they're guaranteeing so they have private lenders that bought into their fund, right? Maybe they're guaranteeing that their lenders are going to get an 8% return, for example. So the hard money lender might charge 12%. So he can make that 4% spread. But he also might charge 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 points even up front. And what a point means is that's a percentage. It's 6 points would be 6%. So if it's a $100,000 loan, they're going to charge you $6,000 just to give you the loan. Okay, that's the points up front. Okay, so that's what hard money is, but that gives you options. Oftentimes it's still worth to take a deal down just because you have to pay that money. So you got to weigh the pros and cons, obviously, but nevertheless, the money gave you the options to do something different than wholesaling. So maybe you want to fix and flip it. So you got to look at the upside. Can I make 50, 60 grand? Okay, great. If I can flip that and make 50, 60 grand, maybe it's worth paying the 4 points and 12% interest that a hard money guy might offer you. But if you can make a quick 20 by wholesaling it, maybe that's the better option. But if you're only going to make $7 or $8, $10,000 wholesaling it, it's probably worth paying those points and percentages if you can get the flip done in 3, 4, 5 months even to make 50 or 60 grand, right? So there you go. The money gave you the options to do something different, right? It's the same thing if you want to buy and hold a property. If you don't have money, you don't really have any other options but to wholesale it. And really, if you really think about it, the buy and hold investor, in most cases, not all cases, in most cases make more money than you even initially, right? Here's my example. So let's just say the average wholesale fee is $10,000. That's probably a good national average, I would say, as far as wholesale fees go, okay? So let's just say you make $10,000 on every deal, right? So the buy and hold investor might buy that property. Let's give an example. $100,000 is what I always use because it's easy math. So a property is worth $100,000. You bought the property at 40. Your end buyer is going to pay 50. So you're going to make that 10 because now they're going to put 25 into it. So they're all in for $75,000, okay? Now, let's think about this. They're buying the property from you at $50,000 because you bought it at 40. So you make your quick 10 and you're done, right? So the investor has 50 in it. Now they think they're going to put 25 into it to rehab it. Well, whenever they get down to it, maybe they only put 20 in it. So now they're all in for 70% instead of 75 like they thought. Now, most banks, not all of them, but there's a bunch of banks that will actually give you 80% to the ARV, what the after repair value is, all in perfect condition, right? So if the house again is worth $100,000 and the bank's going to give you 80, now the buy and hold investor is only in it for 70. So now they're going to make that $10,000 just like you did, but theirs is tax free because it's in a loan, right? So not only did they get their wholesale fee, but they also have the asset. They also are $0 into the deal. They also get passive income every month with cash flow. They also get to write off depreciation with their taxes. They also get the upside of appreciation over time. They also have a tenant paying off their mortgage, so therefore their wealth goes up every single day. So you get the drift. Money gave him that option to be able to do that. So really, the buy and hold investor made way more than you did. They made what you would have made initially, and they're making money forever. And you just don't have that option if you don't have money. So again, the point of this video is just to show you the power of money and the power of knowledge even, because sometimes you may not even think about these things, but really options is where it's at. And to get options, oftentimes in this business at least, you need money to do that, okay? So also, I've had deals to where we could wholesale a deal and only make like $5,000 or $6,000, or we could actually close on the deal and just clean it up a little bit, put it on the MLS, and maybe make $20,000, $25,000. That's called wholesaling, right? You're wholesaling for retail. Now you don't have that option if you don't have money. So I think you get the drift. So nevertheless, options can absolutely change your life. How do you get options? Get money. How do you get money? Well, you can stack cash by wholesaling. That's one way. You can find private money lenders not making a good return in some of their investments that want to make more. They can, do it with you, partner with you on your deals or whatever with a guaranteed rate of return. You can find hard money lenders everywhere, and you can just get a track record built up to where you are bankable. You have good credit. You've got to get income, 2 years worth of bank statements or whatever, and tax returns, and you get bankable. So then you have a lot of options for money at that point. So obviously that takes time, but if you have a W-2, you probably already have that, as long as you are responsible with your money and you're not living beyond your means, right? And you're doing wholesaling on the side, you probably have the options to get money. You just may not have pursued that yet. So anyways, hopefully all that made sense. Hopefully that video was beneficial and you got value out of it. If you did, please smash the like button. Give me a thumbs up. If you think I'm full of crap, whatever, hit the thumbs down. I'm cool with that too. Nevertheless, if you stuck around this long, you found value in this video, please subscribe. Please share this content. Help me grow this channel. Let's do it together, y'all. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.